The window looks broken there. Not so much when you go to the outside. Or is that meant to be the broken part there? Gonna do this debrief?
Yeah?
I guess not. Do I have to go to my room? Yeah.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes? How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
He flicks the ash.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
Nerd alert. Alright, debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate, and there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Don't worry, Kim, I'll be in much better shape tomorrow. It's all part of the plan, starting from the outside and working back towards the scene of the murder. I'm sorry I can do more today, I'm just not a very good cop, am I? With the end being so nigh, how can anyone expect me to focus on one corpse? Say nothing, just look at the city. It's all part of the plan.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We didn't talk to the White Pines rep. We really must do that tomorrow. Above all though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast. The rest has to try to keep up. I'm training for a long distance run. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's how we roll in Precinct 41. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Long distance run.
Alright, but, and forgive me, this is just something I have to ask. If you have shoes, then why aren't you wearing them?
I'm just that rugged. It's part of my penance. It's a fashion thing. They're not bad enough for this stud. It's part of my penance.
Suit yourself. But you should probably consider wearing them anyway.
Okay. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Maybe we'll take a few. What else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
That's an interesting take on it. Wonder how it would work in the real world.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
And if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens of Revachol.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
The moral intern? What's that?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them? I really don't know. That's how bad it is in here. Punch your head.
Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most
ICP?
intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Insane Clown Posse. What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Forget me not, I forgot everything, man.
Something ominous. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner.
Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Well, I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls in a cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Things are bad out there. Point to the city. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeoisie organization, protecting bourgeoisie rights, or bourgeois rights. Mutter silently, immigrants, liberals, kips, fucking men are turned into women. I'm thinking, South, I don't have an opinion, forget about it. Let's go for this. We can't have the bourgeoisie.
No. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes.
Actually, vigilantes is okay with me.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company. Not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home.
Strange.
Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41, with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. The kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigation will improve the situation here, at least do some good. We won't change anything here. Well, probably not, but...
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Thank you for this, Kim.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts the stub of a cigarette and looks to the door. Let me put my shoes back on. And I guess my pants. I'm back to being a disco man. There we go, another day, another dollar. And a man still stuck in a goddamn tree. Is this Kim's room? In you go, Kim. I guess in I go. See you in the morning, Kim.
Yes?
Can I put this in my tar? Yes, I can. Can I put that in my tar? No, I guess I can't. Well, it may be 1 a.m., but I feel that we can still achieve something here. So let's head on back out. Not even bother closing our door. What's this? Can I get in there? No, I cannot. Gotta look at that tomorrow. Alright, I think the only person I can have a conversation with at this time of night is that old lady on the boat. But I did say that I wanted... our old mate around. So maybe we'll wait. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kick in this one. Who's over here? Okay, yeah. That's another person who might be better talking to on day 2, I feel. Oh, hello. I'll be having that. Ah, smokes. Excellent. We can now smoke them. I put these in my hand.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Let's do it. Pull one out of the pack.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
How do I light up though?
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down! Become a genius!
Maybe a bit late at night for it, but let's do it. Light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Alright, so our new name is Johnny Thundercop, and we are chill as balls.
Some kind of superstar.
Thought complete.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Well, you heard it here first. Fuck off and die, all you naysayers. And hello, all you barely legal cover girls. 20 cases a day. I'm gonna have real trouble cracking one in this entire week, or however long I have to try and do it. But the good thing is we've lost logic, but the learning cap for visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, and composure all raised to 6. Which no doubt will help us out at some point. Wet morning, how long we got? 2:38. Eventually that'll be up there. What does that look like? Savoir-faire is way down. Sneak under the noses, stun them with an immense panache. I've been told that perception, if it goes down to 0, could make it harder for us to find a few things even when we highlight them, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. Anything mirror? Okay, no, that white check's not ready yet. I'm not sure if there's much else that we can do. Not much down here. Don't think there's any point going back in to see Roy. I mean, we could sit on that bench. Ultimately, we may just be going to bed, though. This guy's still down here. Anything good down here? No, afraid not. We can try and get in once more on our own.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Hold on, who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
It's the police.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I'm not joking.
No. I already told. Go check the backyard.
Okay. Doesn't look like we're getting in. Where was the backyard? It was up this way. No one to let us in. Have I got my crowbar on? I don't think I do. Can I crowbar this? No. We may have done all that's useful today, so it may be worth going and chatting to this big lad for a little bit, just to get us up to that final hour, so that we're having no wasted time. Hello, sir.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
A big Russian lad.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant site agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Ham sandwich? Puff out your chest, still say nothing? What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbor. Let's still say nothing and see what happens.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
Damn it.
Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it. You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman.
Oh dear. I can tell this measure guy is going to be a lot of fun.
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Battlefield?
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Jean-Luc. I guess that's what his real name is. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
Who is Al Ghul or Raz Al Ghul?
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
What's Al Ghul? You're right, I'm an alcoholic and I need that dead body to no longer be in the tree. I don't have a problem with Al Ghul, I just drink a little on the weekends. Enough, I need you to take down the dead body or let me in. You're right, I'm an alcoholic.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Haplogrip B4? What are these words?
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. I am the police and I need you to comply now. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. Yeah, let's take a step closer.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Inexplicably potato-obsessed Kodjkos. Sounds like the Irish.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Yeah, that's right, Majorhead.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
My goodness, look at her. I wouldn't quite call her a babe.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree. It was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people should help me get it down. Let's try and push him out of the way.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Can I hit him with my pry bar?
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is quite a strange big giant man.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Let's ask him about the mug.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Justin's against it. Why would you do that to me? I was just about to absolutely hammer the man. Are these both white chicks? I can try and punch this man all I want. You serve the union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? You keep telling yourself that. I'm sorry, of course, I understand now deeper. I think this is a good one. Keep telling yourself that. That'll kind of passive-aggressive. That'll get him.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Well, I'm a communist measurehead, and I think that communism is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases.
Where is he coming up with these things from?
Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
Disco, actually, mate.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race, but what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Well, yeah, let's get some more information on the Seminoles.
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you're born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
Didn't get a word of that. So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminoles?
Yes.
Oh, I said cool. Damn it. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Are they linked to the other lad? Tactful in front of the women. Huh?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
You sure I'm not cranionomically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
It's one very ugly baby at that. What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate ship herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sur la Clef and the other Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
That's very mean.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Mean but fair, I guess. Let's subscribe to his advanced race theory then, if we can.
Go ahead. Don't
We
be
can't.
shy. Just ask for race secrets.
I need some of that race stuff in my brain. Sock it to me.
Inane popular culture lingo. It is intellectually uninteresting to sock anything to an infant such as you.
Gosh darn it. Well, fuck it. I'll try and hit him.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
This is going terribly. I won't fucking say it.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain.
God damn it.
Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Let me just,
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
homoerotic. Well, that went terribly. I don't think there's much else around here for us. What about this woman? I could try and chat to her now that Kim's not gonna stop me clicking at her.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays. Nothing. No response.
No. I guess I could go and see if there's anything I could say to Kuno when Kim's not here.
Does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Good call. Kuno doesn't.
The man before you is naked.
Of course. You come back.
So now it's all going badly. I think that's about as much as we can do for today. I could still talk to that lady, but I want to leave it till tomorrow when I have Kim with me again. Goodbye, Gart. Oh. Up those stairs.
The door is closed. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
I can try to fix the faucet with my chain cutters. This could be interesting.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Well, that's not good. Let's just take a look at some of these white checks. Morale's gone down. Gonna get one up. So there's a couple that's medium. Conceptualization we should have got. Horseback monument. Medium. Let me just very quickly interface some of these. So I mean any of these ones. Physical instrument, electrochemistry, shivers, half-light. We should do alright. And anything with Inland Empire, we should get that. Empathy, we should get those. Anything to do with the cups, we're likely to get that as well. We've also got some clothes that we could wear to help us with a few things. Physical instrument and suggestion. Let's take a look again. What have we got? Physical instrument. They're both heroic and that's legendary. That's our Savoir Faire is just terrible at the minute. Conceptualization. I don't think we're going to do encyclopedia. I think we're a bit away from that. Inland Empire, isn't that our best one? Shelf of paranormal books. Well, we don't have that place opened. All these ones, the crime novels. Summer and Butter. I don't even know where we got that one from. Trash container. Mirror formidable. Yeah, so there's unfortunately nothing that we can do here. Logic. We could, yeah. We're trying to read the book, which is something that we can do right here in the room. Logic's 1. Oh my goodness. All right, let's level it up. We can revert that at some point as well. It doesn't cost us, does it? I'm not sure. Alright, let's have a look in terms of logic. +1 for logic anywhere. No. Any minus on the logic there? No. What about my my thought cabinet? Any of these screwing up my logic? Oh yeah, there's some kind of super stack. God damn it. What's Whitemorning doing from Madison Authority at the moment? That's handwritten note from the fridge. Where is my my ledger? How do I interact with it? There we go.
It's and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
Oh yeah, what about this hidden drawer again?
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Alright, let's close it again.
It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand. Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline.
Alright, here we go. 42%. It's still kind of hard. Let's see if we can get it this time. Hey!
Yes, at last, you find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the next world mural.
Wait, HDB 41, weren't those officer precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horace Debbie Beringer? Khram Darjan Benzaken? Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. Wow, I don't know what to say to that. I think what you meant to say was RAC, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. While I do like Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau as my guest name, you know, surely our name is Khram Darjan Benzaken.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Someone didn't mention earlier that Harry, so it might be Harry. How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with this number one here. And that'll take us just past 2 o'clock, and then we can go to bed.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case.
Who's my partner?
The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the belles lettres have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3.
Now I gotta look up plebiscites. The direct vote of all members of an electorate on an important public question such as change in the Constitution. I wonder who wins.
The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
Keep the mural. It is right.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to be blamed, it's human nature. I like it, but can't we wreak havoc on other nations instead? I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. Let's wreak havoc.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Alright, put the ledger away. It is time for bed. That took us up to 2 AM nicely.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Crawl in, baby.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
Ah. That's not good.
And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
I really gotta quit drinking. Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Only dreams now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
What kind of images though? I assume I'm to go to the man. Oh, it's me. Hung by a disco ball.
Remember the scent of your childhood.
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I left, or I was left. That'd be a strange thing to say, I left.
stinky baby. You stayed. It was the rest of it that left. While you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick, watching it go.
This is a little bit depressing.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Well, maybe my name's Harry. We found that out a couple of times now. I don't want it to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Hey, that's the name of the game. I've talked to you before. What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Okay. Well, I can come back from this. I don't think I can, but I'll give it a go.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve the case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Oh god, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
My life is the shit factory. The soundtrack for this game is really good. Healed morale? Healed health? Oh, yes. Perfection. Well, we'll start that thought another time. As it's day 2 coming up when we return to Disco Elysium.